On paper, it might look like a 16-week job, 4 weeks for structural work, 8 for fit out, and 4 for finishing. We don't hide that. Our investors get regular updates, photos of the progress, cause of delays, and what we're doing to fix it. They're glad that they didn't have to deal with it. They valued the transparency. What matters is how we roll with it. We don't ghost anyone when it gets tough. We communicate openly and we adapt. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing with you something we don't always talk about enough: how we manage our projects. Specifically, a mixed-use property conversion, a 6-bed HMO, and a shop right here in the UK. It's not all glossy finishes and quick wins. I want to give you an honest look at how we handle timelines, tackle challenges, and make it work. So let's get into it. First things first, converting a mixed-use property, think an old high street shop with rooms upstairs. Renovating the shop and a 6-bed HMO is a different type of project. It's not a quick refurb. You're juggling commercial space, residential regs, and a lot of moving parts. Every project kicks off with a plan. We sat down with the team, architects, builders, and figured out the vision. The ground floor becomes a sleek-looking shop for a small business owner, and upstairs turns into an HMO for 6 tenants. On paper, it might look like a 16-week job, 4 weeks for structural work, 8 for fit out, and 4 for finishing. Simple, right? Well, not quite. I'll explain why in a minute. Let's talk timelines. We always start with a solid one. Say we're converting a mixed-use building in Liverpool, we'll tell the team let's aim for July 1st completion. Everyone's on board and we crack on, but then reality hits. For example, the council's building control flags up a fire safety issue with the HMO layout, or the old shop needs extra fire separation from the residential above, or room dimensions must be tweaked because of new HMO regulations from the council. That 16-week timeline can easily stretch to 24 or even 28 weeks. We don't hide that. Our investors get regular updates, photos of the progress, cause of delays, and what we're doing to fix it. Regardless of what happens, our investors are getting paid their 8% returns. Here's the honest truth. Mixed-use conversions are tricky. You've got commercial regs clashing with HMO standards, stuff like separate entrances or soundproofing. We build in buffers, usually 20 to 25% extra time, because surprises are part of the deal. It's not doom and gloom. It is just how it is. Challenges? They're everywhere in a project like this. Let me give you a real example. We were converting a property in Wirral last year, old retail unit downstairs, flats above. Halfway through, we hit a snag. The upstairs floor joists weren't strong enough for HMO occupancy regs. Total curveball. We could have panicked, but instead we got to work. Called in a structural engineer, reinforced the joists, and everything else could carry on. It added 3 weeks and some extra costs. Our investors were aware of such delays. They're glad that they didn't have to deal with it. They valued the transparency. Now that's our approach. Face it head on. Whether it's a layout hiccup like needing architectural tweaks for extra fire escape routes or material delays, we don't dodge it. We adjust, communicate, and keep going. HMO conversions especially need patience. Those licensing rules are no joke. Here's the thing, we're not flawless, but we're upfront about it. Our investors aren't just dealing with a corporate front. They are people trusting us with their hard-earned savings. In fact, they are glad that they're not the ones running the projects, but us. We take on risks and do the work hands-on so that our investors can earn their 8% returns hands-off without owning the asset. We've had wins. A 5-bed HMO job a couple of years ago finished in 12 weeks within budget with rooms rented out in a flash. But we have also had projects that are a drag, like the other mixed-use one. What matters is how we roll with it. We don't ghost anyone when it gets tough. We communicate openly and we adapt. Timelines aren't rigid, they are a starting point. If it's a choice between rushing to hit a deadline or getting the HMO license sorted properly, we'll take the time. Quality and compliance beat cutting corners, always. So that's how we manage a mixed-use conversion into a shop and a HMO. It's about planning smart, adapting fast, and keeping it real with everyone involved. It's messy sometimes, but we're proud of how we handle it. If you're into UK property investing or just curious, let me know in the comments below what's the toughest project you've tackled. If this honest peek resonated, hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.